Whenever you say any speech, you have an unfair advantage that you don't know about yet. And once I share this with you in this video, using this knowledge in the same way that I have, you can speak in front of crowds the size of 2,000 people, win some public speaking competitions, and receive a few standing ovations when you feel like it. And the best part is that this isn't a very complicated, it's not complicated at all. It's very easy to understand. And I could write on the board and try and make myself look a bit smarter, but it's not that hard. So what your unfair advantage is in your speeches, whenever you speak or about to present, or whenever you're in an interview or you have to publicly speak, you get the idea. No one knows how you feel. No one can see through. You're not made of glass. No one can see the internal dialogue going on inside your brain, in the butterflies in your stomach, or your heart going and your eyes about to burst through your, I don't know, eyelids. No one can see that, and that's the best part. I'm not coming up close to see you. I'm just grabbing my water bottle. That's what you have to understand. And the second point is, this is how we then use that to deal and address with our nerves. Not directly, but indirectly. So essentially, we've been making a very common mistake with our nerves, with our feelings, with feeling confident in a speech and whatnot. So we've always been addressing, I'm not going to write, we've always been addressing the external, I am going to write, we've always been addressing the external, no, the internal, directly, right? He's been catching shade because what do we have? We have these feelings of anxiety, we have nerves, we feel the pressure, we feel the moment, the weight of the moment is finally sitting on our shoulders and we don't know what to do with it. Nervousness, fear, anxiety, limiting beliefs. Am I actually good enough? Did I actually prepare enough? Is my joke funny enough? All these things start piling up, and we try and address it. Just feel confident. Just, I don't know, forget about the nervousness. Just do it. Just be a man, whatever, right? Be a girl. Show some kahunas, right? Put that blazer on, girl. And that's not how you do it. Essentially, we've been doing it wrong the entire time. We do not address the internal directly, but rather the internal is addressed indirectly, or as a result of, or almost like a chain effect, once we sort out the external. So I just want to see if that's in frame. Oh, it is. It's just pretty high up. So essentially, if I haven't explained it yet, the internal follows the external, and then vice versa, I guess. So what I mean by that, lad, is that when we start feeling these nerves of anxiety and of nervousness and of fear and of inadequacy, we don't go and just say feel good, positivity, yeah, USA, America. We have to address our external body language, and people don't see that, but they see this. So this is all, put that stuff in brackets. No one sees any of that. The crowd, the people, they only ever see this, and that's the best part. So if we ask ourselves, what is the body language of, when we close our eyes and we imagine this competent speaker, someone who's eloquent, someone who's confident, someone who's maybe masculine, someone who's a good leader, someone who you want to be like. It's very different for me. It's very different for you. We have different goals, different objectives, different characters we want to be like. Does that make sense? So answer these questions for yourself. But there is a sense of objectivity to it. There's objectively a good speaker, objectively some good speaking patterns, body language, confident looking speakers. So objectively, a confident speaker would have a relatively strong posture. They would have open palms. They would open torso. They definitely would smile. They would, so that kind of ties in with warmth. They would start off with open or forward movement. How in the world do you spell movement? Movement. They would. You kind of get the idea. They are objective patterns, and as long as we can just hit these little to-do lists in terms of body language and the external appearance, we're doing our part. People can see that. Let me show you this little domino effect here. So by aligning our external with the archetype of a confident speaker, strong back, strong posture, exposed torso, open palms, a little smile, some warmth, and then we start off with forward movement. So one step forward. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my 70 whatever YouTube video. Today I'll be telling you a little bit about the human nervous system and how you can eat ginger every day to make your gut act like a volcano in Hawaii. The only difference is you don't have lava, you have feces. Stay tuned. So does that make sense? So we had the strong posture, we had the open palms, we had the open torso, we had the warm smile, we had the forward movement. What does that look like? It looks like this. So people only ever see this. They don't see the behind the scenes. They don't see behind the curtain. They don't see the inside. That is our superpower. And then once, so there's a personal dynamic and the crowd dynamic. So for ourselves, for the personal context, when we externally have all these things, and we stand a certain way, and we move a certain way, and we act a certain way. If I was confident, how would I start the speech? If I was confident, how would I thank the whoever introducing me, the guest speaker? If I was confident, how would I walk on stage? If I was confident, how would I sit on stage? We answer all of these questions with our external body language. And once we have all these behaviors aligned with the archetype of that confident speaker, only then does our internal feeling and emotion follow. Very, very important. It is only once our behavior aligns with the character we are trying to become does our internal feeling, emotion, and dialogue align. So it doesn't move from left to right, but rather from right to left. So it's once we address the external and we align our behavior and character traits and mannerisms with that confident speaking archetype, then does our internal follow. Then do we start feeling more confident personally. Then do we start feeling more in control and charming and eloquent and slightly less nervous and a bit more courageous and a bit more brave and a bit funny and a bit more, like we're the right person for the speaking position. And then in terms of the crowd, when we show them all of this, hey, I'm warm, hey, I'm strong, hey, I have this open torso, I come in peace, hey, I'm Luca, then they start reinforcing that. They start nodding more, they start being more warm, they start giving you this good energy, which then just goes and fuels that external behavior and reinforces that, so you keep acting like that, and they're positive. So you kind of give a little, you give them a little bit of warmth, they give you a load of energy back, and that just fuels your whole internal system. Your whole makes you feel better. They start smiling, they start laughing at jokes, they start nodding. You start feeling, hey, I'm actually pretty funny. Hey, I actually kind of deserve to be here. Hey, actually, I know what I'm talking about. Hey, they're actually on my side. And it's this whole, it's like a ever flowing cycle, really. And that's how you do it. You don't address the internal directly, but rather the external. And that is your hidden superpower, your unfair advantage in all your speeches. People don't know how you feel or anything internal. They can only see and assess what you show them. And so once your external body language aligns with that archetype, which you're trying to replicate or be, your internal follows, and your audience then reinforces that archetype on you as the speaker. So that's been the video. I hope this wasn't too wishy-washy, hippie woo-woo for you. I hope I explained it well enough, and I hope you got some value from this. If you have any questions, please do feel free to ask me in the comments, or check the link in the description for some personalized advice, because it is free. That's been the video. Take care. Good luck with your speaking progress, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.